So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick a card reading is mostly about a person, whoever you want. Okay, it could be a stranger, an acquaintance, but overall this is more a person who is a stranger. Okay, you don't know who this person is, or you really don't know who they are, okay? Or it's a celebrity, or it could be whoever it is, but it's a stranger, okay? So, or we can go in the scenario where you've met a stranger and you want to know how the stranger thought about you, okay? But how would this stranger think of you if they met you, okay? So it could be a person that you kind of know exists, but then again, it's like you believe that they don't know you exist. So it's more a vibe that you don't know who they are, but you want to know how this stranger is thinking of you. So it could be a person that you will in the near future talk with. And you might come back to this video again, so just like an FYI. So how would this stranger think of you if they met you? So the scenario where you don't know who the person is, but you're going to meet someone and you want to know just what they think of you. Or it's a person you have in mind that you know you will never meet in person, but you want to know how they would approach you or how they would think of you. What type of person would they think you are, perhaps? It's that vibe, okay? So you have 5 piles. Choose with your intuition. You have Tarot of Pig and Cats. You have Harmonious Tarot, which is pile 2. The Mystic Monday, pile 3. Universal Tarot, pile 4, and pile 5 is the Essential Tarot. Okay, so choose with your intuition and I'll see you directly to your timestamps. I don't know, this kind of like came to me because it's like a few days I've been thinking about Timothée Chalamet. Okay, like I don't know why. It's like it's an actor I find very you know, accomplished, and it's like it's a person that I found like for the first time I kind of like saw this guy act was a movie about homosexuality, I think, and he was like playing a role in a scene. Basically it's like the main character, but the guy was very attractive man, okay? He has the jawline and all that kind of stuff. So it's like it's been a few days I've been thinking about this actor, okay? I don't understand why. Usually it's like I don't fangirl on males that much. I mean, I fangirl on males. I used to. I no longer do so, but it's like I've been channeling that person, or this person is everywhere for now. So it's more like I'm kind of like thinking about this person without really wanting to think about them. So it's more like that. It's more like that's the kind of thing that inspired me to go with this question. How would this stranger think of you if they met you, kind of thing. So it's like, how would this person think of me? Because I'm thinking about this person, but then again I have never met them, you know? So it's more like it's people that are out of reach from you. I don't know. So what are the odds, you know, to meet somebody like this? Unless you kind of have the chance to go, or you're the seeker type, you seek the person, you kind of, I don't know, go to certain events. But it's a person. It could be a celebrity. I mean, K-pop artists out there, I don't know. I know many of you you are big fans of BTS and all that kind of stuff, or it's like you have your own fan club and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Lee Tae-min, but it's like I'm not obsessive. I'm not the obsessive type, okay? So, but I like them. Sometimes I kind of do spend time stalking them, but then again, it's like I like Joy. It's from Red Velvet. She's the main character. She's the main, for me, she's a very beautiful person, so I kind of admire her a lot. And I encourage her, and I hope she's doing well, okay? So it's more like, how would this person, okay? It could be the celebrity, it could be the model you have in your dreams, I don't know. Or it could be a simple person who lives next to you. It's a stranger, and you want to know how they would think of you if you were to interact with them, if you were to kind of interview them, if you were to kind of meet them. You want to know how they think of you, okay? How would their first impression of you, okay? We're gonna go there, okay? So we're gonna go very fantasy La La Land, this one, okay? For some part, you will know it's gonna be fantasy. For some of you, it's really not, okay? So So for me, it's more like Timothée Chalamet. It's like, what are the odds, you know? But I like his vibes though. So it's a very like, he seems a very approachable, relatable guy, okay? Like, I don't think that he kind of looks at himself in a more ego-driven, tripping kind of thing. He's more natural at it. From the vibes I know, okay? But it's like, I still respect him because he seemed to be the type that's respectful, but everybody needs to be respected. Everybody, okay? Like, everybody's privacy is important. If they like somebody or they love someone, you have to support that, okay? If you're a true fan, you have to accept your person as a person, okay? Could be an idol if you want. It's like, it could be the most amazing god or like the man of your dreams, definitely. But then again, you can't own their spirit, okay? Whatever you do, you can't own them, okay? You're not them overall. You love them, you idolize them, you like fangirl or fanguy over them. Then again, they're a human being. And they want you to, overall, deep down, we all want you to see us as a human being, right? So that's that, and we're gonna use the hidden truth kind of thing. So for some of you, like, this is for fun, okay? I'm just gonna kind of like act like what I'm gonna be reading. It's more like if I were to meet Timothée, the actor, let's say, how would this actor think of me if they met me, okay? It's like, I'm gonna channel that for me, okay? But it's not only the person. It's like, I'm just gonna read for everyone out there. So for spirit elements, for all types of spirit, but it's overall, this is the vibe I'm going in. This is hilarious. And I've been on this, like, I've been kind of channeling this for at least 3-4 days now. Hilarious. So there's something meant to be here. Definitely, we all lost ourselves for a little while there. So we're just gonna have fun tonight, okay? It's a celebrity, it's a person you put on the pedestal, it's your crush, okay? And the crush really doesn't know you like them. That too can work here, okay? So how would my crush think of me if they met me? Or this is a guy who I like but doesn't know I like him. How would he think of me if he met me? Or how would the other way around, the girl? How would this person think of me if they met me? Could also be, how would my husband think of me if he met me for the first time? This question could go many ways, okay? So who this stranger is, the stranger could definitely be somebody with potential in your life, okay? So kind of like wake up to that element too. I can go very fantasy La La Land, as it could definitely resonate for some people out there. But I approached an actor for now, okay? It's more fantasy, the way I'm kind of approaching the question, okay? Because that's the main goal here. It's more fantasy world, or in that dreamlike state, in that unconsciousness, we're gonna find something that could be divinational for some people. So this is more fun. This is just for fun overall. So let's go in that dream state, perhaps, of what if I were to meet this actor and I want to know how this actor will see me. Could it be something positive? That could be something negative. And it's like, it's a play of perception. We'll see. So how would the stranger think of you if they met you? Okay, so how would the stranger think of you if they met you? The stranger or this person? What type of person I'm gonna see you as? Okay, so my impression of you, the archetype is you. Okay, it's about you. So we're definitely gonna start. So pile one, whoever chose the pagan cats, welcome to a reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So it's more a vibe where we're asking how the stranger is gonna see you, think about you the first time they're gonna meet you. Okay, or how does the stranger think about you when they meet you? Or else the same question. So I'm just gonna kind of shuffle it, and it's more like an idea of what impression you're gonna give me. Okay, whoever I am, the stranger here. Okay, so what energy do I tune into you? The Destroyer. I will have the impression that you're a very aggressive type of person. You're aggressive. Or your eyes are very intimidating. It's like you have stare that's more like, I'm gonna like eat you alive kind of thing. Oh. It's like a wolf stare. And what I'm gonna think after, it's like, I know that I crossed the line with you. Oh, okay. So it's more like I should not play with you. It's that vibe, this one. It's more like you're gonna eat me alive wherever you are. Or it's like you're gonna come down on me like this. You don't like me at all. It's like that. This is like, if I were to have a conversation with you, you really don't like me. I'm trying to joke with you. I'm trying to kind of talk with you. I'm trying to kind of familiarize myself with you, but you're the type that's like, stay away from me, or I'm gonna like, a bit like that. It's like, gun kind of. You're defensive for sure, but it's not that. It's like, I'm scared of you. Okay, I'm scared of you. And I'm the pagan cat. I'm like a cat on top of it. It's like, or you're like a cat, you have like a cat, like you kind of, I have a kitty cat kind of, but it's not kitty cat, this one. This one, it's like a lion stare when it's hungry. But it's not a lion, this is a wolf. You intimidate for sure. You're intimidating. So what will this stranger think of you? Okay, so overall, with the Three of Pentacles energy, with the Chariot energy, and the Five of Cups, I don't know, give me time. So the Five of Cups, if you look at this, it's like the tail is enveloping one cup here. Okay? So there's the Three of Cups in front, and there's the Two of Cups, but there's the emphasis on the Ace of Cups here. So it could be connected to you, as it could be connected to the way you kind of are, that I'm kind of thinking you are like this. The challenging aspect here is the Six of Cups. Okay. With the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. But I know I crossed the line with you. So it's like you have boundaries set. The reason why it's the Knight of Cups. What is this? It's a suitor, this one. So if you were to meet the stranger kind of would want to give you a try, perhaps. This is like a club kind of vibe, or it's like a... It's like a suitor, this one. But the suitor is like afraid of you a bit, because you kind of have an intimidating vibe to you. So you have the Ace of Wands in reverse in the initial, with the Page of Wands in the initial, and one more, and the Seven of Swords upright. Okay. In the middle section, we have the Nine of Swords. I'm gonna feel like I'm walking on eggshells with you, okay? So it's It's like you're playing with me. It's like I'm nobody, okay? I'm like, basically, I'm kind of like a mouse or I'm like a fish. You're the cat, definitely, but it's more, and you have the freaking devil card. Look at this. It's like, okay, I go in victim mentality this one, okay? It's like you might kind of be the abuser here, where it's like you're unaware that you might kind of like, have this element to you, or overall this person's gonna piss you off a bit, okay? It's like I'm gonna piss you off a bit to the, but this is the impression your person has of you. The stranger, it's like is a suitor of yours, okay? Like I'm gonna like, overall the main thing is gonna be I'm gonna come straight ahead and communicate with you very comfortably, but deep down underneath, it's more like, it's like I want to reconcile with you. It's either a situation of reconciliation. It's a stranger, but the stranger has done something wrong to you, or it's like a person that just gossiped about you, but then again, it's like in real life, I'm meeting you and it's like I'm trying to flirt with you. I liked you. I fancied you a bit. But then again, it's like the more I'm kind of learning about you, the more like I'm facing you head on perhaps. And it's like the more I'm kind of like being unguarded with you, I'm realizing to some point that you are a very intimidating person. So it's more like perhaps I looked at you from a like a distance, and the distance is not necessarily doing you justice, as if like I need to kind of face you more intensely, closely. The closer I am to you, the better the view is of your character for me. So from a distance I don't see anything, but the closer I get to you, the more I kind of tune into this intimidating vibration of yours. You have an intimidating something about you. Very intimidating though. I kind of channeled someone. I kind of gave a private reading to once. I was very intimidated by their energy. I know that I crossed the line with you. So you have an intimidating vibe overall. Or I will be intimidated by your stare. I'm a suitor of yours perhaps from a distance, but then again, the more I kind of like approach you, the more I'm vulnerable in front of you, let's say, or I'm more at a closer proximity. That's where I'm realizing that you kind of have a certain way of kind of making me feel like I'm just a little mouse in front of you. I'm a mouse. You're like the wolf, or you're like the cat. I'm just like a fish, or I'm like a mouse. And it's like I'm chained to you. I'm a worthless person in front of you. It's that vibe. It's more like you're aggressive, or it's like you give off that vibe of aggressiveness, or you give off that vibe of like dominating, authoritative elements, okay? But overall, the main thing here is that I know you have your shit together. You're like a person that's on the go. You're like a person that communicates for the sake of collaboration, but then again, deep down underneath, it's like difficult to kind of like reconcile with you. It's difficult to talk with you, stalk you perhaps, this one. I don't know. And it's like, even if I wanted to offer you a cup of love, it's like I'm thinking about all the worst case scenarios, because it's like your vibe is too intimidating. You might not be aware that you're intimidating like this, but then again, for some part, it's like, so even if I wanted to come towards you, I'm kind of like thinking over and over again. It's like somebody, I have never met you, but it's like the moment I meet you, it's like your eyes are frightening a bit. It's frenzied, it's like targeting, and it's like, I'm gonna devour you. That's what you say, or that's the vibe you give off with your eyes. You devour people with your eyes, or it's like you're aggressive, you're a bit violent, perhaps. or just you have a certain set boundary. You have a set boundary that I'm kind of like, I know that I crossed the line. I can't joke with you. I can't talk with you. I can't do anything. Whatever you don't allow me, I can't do it. I can't allow, it's like, you don't allow anything to happen. Very familiar energy to me, myself. It's like, it's a bit like, you're hard to penetrate overall. This is the vibe here. You're on the go, you don't have time to waste overall. So it's like the impression you give me, it's like don't talk. So this could be like I'm kind of like meeting you with your mask on, because I just have eye contact with you. Okay, so it's overall with mask. This is a mask situation. Your person saw you with a mask situation. So overall, the main thing, what this person, when this person will meet you, what will they think of you? It's more like you're somebody who's very like missions. Like you have your intention set and you just go after it. You communicate with people, but then again, you're the type perhaps that it's like you're very guarded, or you've had many missed opportunities, or it's like you don't have any options perhaps. I don't know what I'm saying, but then again, this is how they're kind of tuning into you. And the reason why it's that way is because this is the type that's a suit. Like, look, I liked you. I don't know if I've met you several times. You don't recall meeting me. But then again, I already know you, this one. Or your face looks familiar to me. It's like I have a familiarity with your face, your eyes, perhaps. So even with the mask, you know it's like a person from the body and all that kind of stuff. So it's a person that might be a suitor, or it's a person that likes you genuinely, but it's like from a distance. I liked you from a distance, but then again, when I kind of approach you, your eyes have a certain like, it's like it destroys something. It's like it's threatening, or it's like it's cold, it's devouring, or it's intimidating. You have an intuitive eye, perhaps. It's that vibe, because intuitive people in general, very, very intuitive people that have that sixth sense to them, have this eye contact that's more like staring at people. Okay, like I have a friend, she's very intimidating. Okay, I myself have intimidating eyes sometimes. Okay, it's more like it's frightening. I kind of work with people that had intimidating eyes also. So like it's like open and it stares. It's like eagle eyes a bit. Doesn't need to be eagle eyes. This one, it's more like a wolf's eye. It's like, don't play with me. Don't play with. It's like an alpha woman or an alpha man, or it's like the leader of the group. So, or the cat here, the lion perhaps of the group. Could be that way. It's like the king of the jungle kind of thing. But this one, it's not jungle. It's a tiger vibe, this one. It's either tiger or more like intense. But I can't even use tiger. It's very gentle. Wolf energy. Wolf. What is a wolf? It's very much connected with the moon. It's not the sun necessarily. So it's more feminine vibration. So you could be a female, this one. It's more feminine. If I had lion, I'll say more masculine energy, but this is more feminine. Moon, I relate it with the moon, okay? So, I liked you. Or I know who you are, or it's like you have a familiarity to me. But the eyes you have are very frightening overall. Or the stare you gave me the time you met me is a bit like like I shitted my pants a bit. Okay, it's the stare you gave me overall. The first impression is that like you're not afraid to destroy. You're not afraid to go down on me with your eyes. It's a bit condescending stare, okay? I will not repeat myself. It's that vibe. And my challenge when I'm kind of like doing that is to kind of like, regardless of what I'm receiving, okay, regardless of the pain element or the fact that it's like a missed opportunity, you're not in the mood to meet me, let's say, I still want to give you a try. I still want to face you without thinking. I don't want to think about it, okay? I just want to face you. That kind, okay? So in the initial energy, it's more like I wanted to kind of give you a try, and I was quite like interested in front of you. But then again, on the Seven of Swords, it's more like I'm deceiving you, as if like I don't know you, but then again, it's an excuse for me to talk with you overall. So it's more like a suitor that wants to approach you, but then again, they're feeling like they're kind of walking on eggshells with you. And it's like they're feeling like you can't eat them alive, okay? But with the Devil card, it's more like I have attraction towards you still. I feel chained. So this one, they like the fact that it's like you're threatening like this, or you have like intimidating energy like this. Because the person I gave a private reading to that kind of had a very intimidating energy like this. I really like their energy though. It's funny like that, this one. It's like it's funny. So the person likes your energy, perhaps. They might be intimidating themselves, but then again, it's like it's a mirror image you gave to me. Okay, so it's that vibe. It's more like kind of like woke up to the fact that you're more similar to me than I thought you were. Not. So it's more like vibration meets vibration on this one. Okay, so it's like, how would this stranger feel like if they were to meet you for the first time? It's like your eyes are more intimidating than they seem. Okay, but I like that about you. Perhaps I like this intimidating energy of yours, this element of you're very intuitive overall. But I'm kind of like this, I'm trying to deceive you also. So it's more like you're intuitively picking up on it, perhaps, that there's something sketchy about me. It's that vibe, this one. You're sensing something about me that it's like I'm very familiar to you in some way, or it's like you've catched me staring at you a few times. But then again, when I'm going to meet you, what I'm going to think is that I'm walking on eggshells with you, because you kind of seem to figure me out, perhaps. But I like you. I don't want to miss this opportunity overall. This is it, okay? This is more a suitor. This is more romantic energy. But you kind of like spooked the shit out of this one. A bit. Or they were nervous themselves, that it kind of manifested in the form of like, I'm seeing you as if you're gonna eat me alive. But then again, I'm kind of like trying to deceive you, but I feel bad I'm deceiving you, kind of thing. Okay, so based on who they are, you will know. Okay, but you kind of just channel their vibration. You can do that. Or it's like when it happens, let's say you meet a stranger, you just want to know how this stranger is gonna look at you. But it's a stranger that's familiar to you. It's a familiar stranger. Okay, it's like a person that you kind of work with, or it's like you've passed through several times, but with the masks, so it's like you don't see their real faces, but you know their body language or something of the sort. It's very familiar. You will know only that much. Okay, so I hope it resonated. I hope I gave you guys some kind of insight. So have a good day. Now pile 2 with the Harmonious Tarot will continue reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy this time. So let us see how this, if you were to meet a stranger, or this stranger, okay, or this person, how will they kind of think of you if they were to meet you in person? Okay, so it's a person you haven't met in person, but it's a person you want to know how they will think of you if they were to meet you, kind of situation. Okay, so whoever it is. So I have the 9 of Cups in reverse with the 7 of Pentacles. So I've been patient to kind of meet you in real life, perhaps. It's a person that's a stranger, but they wanted to meet you. Your person wanted to meet you in person. Or it's like a wish fulfillment of mine to meet you in person. So how would the stranger think of you if they were to meet you in person? Okay, so what would I think? So my life is not as together as it seems. Okay, so it's more like I'm kind of like wanting to kind of state the fact that it's like, if you think that I have my shit together, I don't necessarily. That's one thing that they'll want you to know. Okay? They want you to know this. And how do I see you? So you have Kairos. Kind of believe you kind of know better than me, perhaps, this one. Or it's like you're like the nectar. For some of you smell very good. You smell amazing. Okay? You smell good, but it's like with Kairos, there's something divine about you, or something. It's like divine, divinely orchestrated, divine timing. Or it's like, it's about time I kind of met you, or it's a miracle I met you kind of thing. So what will I think of you when I meet you? So you have the Eight of Swords. With the Strength card. Very interesting. My challenge when I kind of meet you is the Ace of Swords. Reason why it's that way is the World card in reverse with the Hermit card in upright. So I have like 3 major arcanas already in the Celtic spread. In the initial energy, you have the Two Swords. And in the middle section, you have the Three of Cups in reverse. The Four of Cups in reverse. 3, 4 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Wheel of Fortune in the middle section. So you have 4 major arcanas, and in the near future, what I will think of you if I were to meet you. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Magician again, another major arcana. So overall, the way I'm kind of like meeting you is impacting me. Okay, so overall it's more spirit potent, this one. You have the Two of Wands, Six of Cups, Six of Wands. How will the stranger think of you if they were to meet you in person? With the Eight of Swords and the Strength card, what I'll think is that it's like you're there to help me get out of a conflict situation, or you're more like the type that's it's like I'm conflicted, or you're I'm conflicted and you're gonna help me get out of my conflicted mental state. Okay, why so is because you kind of know how to mirror my ugly side to me overall, with the Strength and the Eight of Swords overall. It's that vibe I'm giving off. So my life is not as together as it seems, but then again, if I were to meet you in person, I want to kind of like, I have faith that you can definitely mirror certain stuff to me. So I could be talking to tarot readers out there, and you just want to know how your stranger will think of you. The people you're kind of reading for, which you don't know what they look like. Some do share their photos, but some don't. But it's for this one, it's like if I were to meet you in person, if I were to ask for a private reading, perhaps it's more, this is the way I'm gonna approach you. But this one, there's a smell connected to it, so I'm kind of smelling you. I have you in front of me, kind of thing. Because the nectar I always connected with smell. Okay, like I need to smell you, so I need you in front of me in person. I'm meeting you in person, this one. Okay, so you kind of do in-person readings, this one, where it's like you're a healer, you do massage therapy, whatever it is. They know about you, or you're a known specialist in a certain field. So it's more like when they come to you, they know that you're going to heal them, perhaps. You're going to help them get out of their mental instabilities or insecurities. It could be a tarot reader, as it could definitely be a therapist. I could definitely be you could definitely be a therapist. You're a known therapist, or this person they're seeking you because they want to understand what the problem is. Okay, it's that vibe. So when I'm kind of approaching you, it's more like, why I'm approaching you is because with the Hermit card and the World card, it's more like it's the only way I can kind of soul search. I can definitely kind of figure things out about myself. I'm on a journey. Okay, so I need counseling, this one. Okay, so my challenge with the Ace of Swords is to kind of say the truth, but to say my own truth. Okay, so this one, it's more a person who's trying to heal. It's like, you could definitely be a therapist. If you're not a therapist, you could be doing some counseling work. If you're not a counseling worker, you're not certified of those kinds, and it's like you're more like a freelancer, you're like a tarot reader, you're a healer, or whatever it is that you're doing. This person, if they were to meet you, what they're saying is that I'm kind of, it's like for some part, this person has expectations of you. Okay, so what they're thinking of you is that you kind of know how to deal with the situation. I'm conflicted and I need a certain person who's going to be strong enough to face me, or strong enough to kind of make me wake up about something about myself, because I'm kind of isolating myself, or there's something wrong with me because I'm isolating myself. But then again, with the World card, I want to tune into myself, or I'm tuning into myself, and I've kind of done a lot of soul searching, that whenever I'm kind of like meeting you, is that I'm kind of seeing that perhaps you're a bit conflicted, so kind of like want to make you face yourself a bit. So this one, it could be both ways also, as if like you could be the one who needs my counseling work, this one, but I want you to understand that my life is not as together as it seems either. Okay, it's like, if you want me to kind of give you answers, or you want me to confirm certain things, or if you want me to kind of heal certain stuff for you, then I just want you to know that it's like, don't put me on the pedestal, because my life is not as together as it seems. But then again, you smell so good. You smell good, this one. Okay, so you have a perfume or something, where it's like you kind of like put essential oils. You smell good overall. And with the Kairos, it's more like, when I kind of look at you, I could just feel so comforted. I feel just so, it's like the way I'm approaching you is that I could definitely be your hero, or you could be my hero, vice versa. But it's like the challenge is to speak the truth, this one. And with the Two Swords and the initial, it's more like I'm unaware that you're unaware, where it's like you're unaware of the fact that it's like, I don't know you overall. It's more like it's I don't really know you. We don't really know each other, but we're kind of like reconciling and facing a bit of rejection, but we're still going on in this. And then with the Two of Pentacles, it's more like juggling and magician. So it's more about working, this one. This one, it's more, what would this person think of you if they were to meet you? It's more like it's work, perhaps. It's all work. It's all need related. It's all hero elements. Okay, so it's more like I'm gonna be your hero. You're gonna be my hero overall. Because my life is not as together as it seems, or it's like, either or, I'm doing something for you. I just want you to know that my life is not as together as it seems. Or it's like, be it you're the therapist, I'm kind of like seeing my life is really not as together as it seems. So I'm kind of looking at you as if you're a hero. You're like a divine person who has a certain truth, or this is the truth that I'm gonna heal with you. It's that vibe. Okay, and the extra thing is that you smell very nice. For me, okay, it could be men, it could be a woman, or it could be like two men or two women. It's like you put essential oil or something of the sort. You smell good. Okay, that's why you smell good. That I feel a bit comforted. I feel comforted. It's like I'm zen a bit. Okay, so the main thing that I'm going to remember about you is that you smell good. Okay, and the second one is more like I'm kind of approaching you with a certain expectation. You can help me out in this situation. I'm believing you can help me out. That's what they're thinking. You're helping them. Help me out. Overall, that's they're kind of like thinking when they will meet you. You can help me out. So that was pile 2. Hope it resonated. Okay. If you want to dislike, comment down below. Okay. Hit the bell if you want. Donate. Whichever way you want. Okay, so thank you guys. Have a good day. Now, pile 3, whoever chose Mystic Monday Tarot, welcome to your reading. So let us see how, if this person, the stranger, were to meet you, okay, were to have a conversation with you, what would their first impression be like of you? How will a star person, perhaps this is a star, an artist, a singer, a rapper, a model, think of you? You have the freaking Chariot with the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry guys. Okay, so Mystic Monday. How will the stranger think of you if they were to meet you? So how would I feel? You have the Chariot energy with the 4 of Swords. My challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. The reason why it's that way, it's the Princess of Swords with the 5 of Wands. In the initial energy connected to you is the Knight of Wands. In the middle section connected to you is the Strength card with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And in the near future, you have the Princess of Cups in reverse and the Death card. Okay. And what would I kind of say? We need to let each other go. So I'm kind of married, or I'm kind of like somewhere else. Yeah, whoever. Like, what will I kind of see you as? So I'm kind of looking at you as if you're a father figure, or you're a person who's a father, or you're the father of a child. And we need to let each other go, because I don't want to get entangled with a married man, or I don't want to be entangled with a father figure. I don't want to... So if you're a single father, that is. So overall, this is a man. You are. And you're a father, or you look like a father. Or I'm younger than you are. So how will the stranger think of you if they were to meet you? Okay, with the Chariot and the 4 of Swords energy, 4 of Swords, I'll kind of perceive you to be more like you have a truth element, and the truth element here is hurtful. So you have a sad past, or I'm going to assume that you have a sad past. Okay, like the vibe I'm going to get off from observing you is that you have a sad past. And with the Chariot, it's more like you're going on your way and you're kind of strong enough to kind of keep going. The reason why I'm kind of seeing you this way with the Princess of Swords and the 5 of Wands is that you're observing me, or I'm observing you. But with the Princess of Swords, it's more like kind of sharp-minded a bit. Whoever I am, the stranger is, when they're kind of observing you, they're thinking that it's like you kind of have had a difficult past. As per that, they're assuming that you have had a difficult past because they're observing you. They're observing your behavior, the way you're talking to them. And with the Princess of Swords, it's more like it's like I'm bending the truth the way I kind of see fit for me. Just normal. Many people do this. They kind of assume certain stuff. With the Wheel of Fortune, With the Wheel of Fortune as their challenge is to kind of be more centered when they're kind of approaching you, be more I don't want to say humble, it's not the right word, but for you, you'll say yes, they need to be more humble perhaps, but it's not the vibe I'm going. The Knight of Wands in the initial energy, it's more like I'm thinking that you're flirting with me. Or I'm kind of looking at you as if like you could be good potential. But then again, with the Strength card, with the Ten of Cups, it's more like inwardly with the Strength card. Ten of Cups is inward card, and the Strength card is upward. On a physical level, you seem like the gentle type. You could be definitely a father figure, you look older than me. Or it's like, I'm assuming that you're a father, or I saw the ring in your finger. Or you have your child with you overall. It's more like I'm seeing you as if like you are walking towards me. With the Ten of Cups, it's more like you're a happily married man, or it's like from the way you guys just seem to kind of have your shit together a bit. It's like, or organized. You seem organized, you seem neat, you seem like you kind of owned your shit kind of vibe, okay? So I'm assuming that your connection with your family is very good, or you're very like organized men. This one, it's a man. It could be female as it could be men, but with the father figure, it's more like the archetype I linked you with is that you're responsible for a family, or the responsible grounded type of men. And it's like we need to let each other go, because it's like you're an established person already. So this is what I'll say to myself. It's like you're established man. You could be very attractive men, as you don't need to be. But for some of you, it's I'm kind of like feeling like you're flirting with me overall, or you're flirted, or you're attracted to me, or I'm attracted to you. With the Ten of Cups and the Strength card, it's more like I'm kind of like assuming that you are happy, or you can make me happy, or I'm happy being there with you. It's fun to be there with you. But then again, with the Strength card, it's like because you're gentle, but you have a certain intimidating, it's like a tiger. When you have a tiger in front of you, you don't want to be staying there, right? You want to run the other way. But then again, Strength card, I'm still mesmerized a bit. And then in the near future, with the Princess of Cups and the Death card, it's more like I'm kind of observing your child perhaps, or your daughter, if your daughter is with you, or if there's no child around you, with the Princess of Cups and the Death card. It's more like I'm letting you go already, because I'm more like I'm considering myself a young person. And it's like if I'm young and you're married or you're established, it's more like I'm just gonna let you go. Even if you're sexy or you're not sexy. But this one, they found you a bit sexy, but it's like I'm young. I'm young and I'm not gonna like play with you. I'm not a it's like I'm not gonna play. It's like your energy already is not playful. It's like it's not a free man, okay? I don't want to say this to some people's face, because if you're a single father, that is a bit insulting, but the person doesn't want to deal with your, like, I'm not going to say responsibilities, but it is I'm not going to deal with your responsibilities. Your burdens, I don't want to deal with them. Yes, I'm attracted to you perhaps, or you're attractive, or whatever it is. It's just that I kind of look at you as if you're a very good man who has your shit together, okay? But it's like, the more I'm kind of like seeing that you're married, seeing that there's the ring on your finger, or seeing that you have a child, and it's like, you might be a single father as you don't need to be. It could be a single father or single mother, but then again, I don't want none of your burdens. I don't take care of your children. I'm not going to work for a family. I want to work for a single man or a single woman who I can establish myself with if I need to start fresh. And for some of you, I don't play with strangers that much. I don't flirt with strangers that much. And I kind of like thought that you were flirty type. Perhaps it could be that way. I don't know. Okay. Very sorry, guys, but this is what I got. Man. That was it. That was it. So pile 4, whoever chose vice versa tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see overall, if you were to meet this stranger, what would this stranger think of you if they were to meet you? Okay, so how would this person think of you if they were to meet you? Okay, so what's the main situation? So you have the 6 of Cups in the reason why, like the reason why I'm saying. So we're gonna use this as the reason why. The main situation is 9 of Cups. So you have the 9 of Cups. My challenge is the 7 of Swords. So could be a person that knows you, but you don't know that. That's what. So you have the 7 of Cups. You have the Queen of Swords. And then you have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You have the King of Cups with the 4 of Pentacles. Like, you have a dual nature to you. It's like there's one side of you that's more like, stay away from me and I'll fight you. The other one is more like, I'm nurturing. I'm more like a nymph, or I'm like a person that's more faithful. Perhaps this one. So, how do I tune into your energy? So you have the Creator. So I know of you, perhaps, or it's like the archetype I'm tuning into. You're a very, man, I don't know. You're a very artistic person overall. What do I want to say to myself, to you? I don't know how hard, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Yeah, this person it's very similar to pile 1, okay? It's more like a suitor, or it's a person that doesn't know you, but then again, they've stalked you, or they've been watching you, or it's like you're a creator or you're artist, something of the sorts. I've been stalking you, I've been observing you. I know you better than you think I know you, but then again, how will I think of you when I meet you in person. That with the 9 of Pentacles, you're definitely very like recognized. You're a very abundant person. You're definitely very beautiful. You're very single. I know that. Why I know that is because I've been a suitor of yours. I've been feeling a connection with you on one-sided connection. Okay. Or it could be mutual, but it's like meeting you in some way. It's more like we're saying this is a person that it's a stranger, but then again, for some of you, it's like I'm a suitor of yours, or it's like I'm a suitor overall, this one. And my challenge here is the 7 of Swords. It's more to deceive you in some way. To deceive you. It's like I'm kind of feeling guilty though that I'm doing this, perhaps. With the 7 of Cups in the initial energy, it's more like I've always it's like I can't believe the fact that I'm kind of like meeting you. So it was one of my biggest bucket lists, perhaps. And with the Queen of Swords energy I'm tuning into is that you're more cutthroat than you seem. You're more like organized than you seem. You have a more strict or organized vibration to you, even though you are very artistic. And then in the near future with the 3 of Pentacles, it's more like I wished I could speak to you more, but then again, perhaps you didn't allow me to speak with you that much. So overall, it's like you don't know how hard it was to let you go, or how hard it was to like get over you, perhaps. But I kind of know already that I don't have a chance with you, because you kind of like put the boundary there. Okay, so this is how they kind of think of you when they met you. So this was very like short. This is, but it's clear and cut like that. That was it. Pile 4. Oh my god. And pile 5, whoever chose Essential Tarot, welcome to reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see if this stranger were to meet you in person. Okay, like if I were to meet you, how would I think of you overall? We're ready. I didn't need to shuffle that much this one. So what did I wanted to say to you? I wish I could share my good news with you. There's something good happening in this person's life, and I can't stop thinking about you. After the meeting, okay? Like after the meeting, I couldn't stop thinking about you. The Mirror. It's a when I said I wish I could share my good news with you, I really thought about the mirror element. It's more like, but it's like when I'm saying the mirror here, it's not an element that you mirror, you imitate what I'm doing. It's more an energy of your person is projecting this vibration on you. I'm projecting myself on you. This one. I can't stop thinking about you, because then again, I'm kind of like thinking that you like me, but I like you. So it's that thing. And it's like I'm the type that likes to share my good news with people in general. So how will this stranger think of you once they meet you? Is that you're very similar to me, but then again, I kind of like do this pattern with many people also. So that's the main situation. You have the 7 of Swords with the, you know, the Ace of Wands energy. And one more. The 10 of Swords. Okay, so 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands, and 7 of Swords. And my challenge here is the Magician. The reason why it's that way is the 4 of Wands. And one more, and the Hanged Man in reverse. Oh, In the initial energy, we have the Six of Pentacles. In the middle section, you have the World card. And the King of Wands in reverse. And one more. And the Strength card. In the middle, in the endings, the Four of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles. One more, just the last one. Nine of Wands. Below the deck we have Four of Swords and the Three of Swords and the freaking Lovers. This one, it's more a man or a woman that likes to project themselves. I can't stop thinking about you. It could be good as it could be bad, or it could be more like I'm curious about you overall. So I kind of like do that pattern with many people. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, it's more like what I taught when I was like talking or interacting with you, is that with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, is that I was trying to kind of do small talking perhaps, but the small talking was not necessarily working because I kind of considered you to be more on the bolder side of a person. So I consider myself more bolder, but then again, I'm the type that likes small talking. But when I'm kind of looking at you, it's more like I'm kind of perceiving you to be more passion driven, more action driven than talking. While I'm kind of tuning in to that with the Four of Wands and the Hanged Man, it's more like you were kind of giving me the impression that you were kind of hanging there with me. So it's more like, you know, when you kind of need to sit down and listen to somebody because they're talking, that's what impression you gave your person. As if like you're more like the go-getter kind of type, so it's like talking to you is not necessarily going to impress you. But I wanted to share my good news with you, but I couldn't stop thinking about you because then again, you were very interesting to me perhaps, because I feel like you and me could vibe perhaps, or it's like I'm the type that's more like sociable, extroverted type of person, and I like to project myself outward like that. Okay, and my challenge with the Magician was more to kind of like charm you or manipulate you, or it's like make you to like me better kind of vibe. This one, because I liked you, then I want you to like me, but then again, I'm kind of like manifesting that you're liking me a bit like that. In the initial energy with the Six of Pentacles, it's more like I was assuming that it's like it's a good equal give and take, where it's more like if I were to just juggle and find a way to kind of like start conversations with you, it's gonna get better for you and me to, you know, be on the same wavelength overall. And it's like a person that likes to meet strangers and talk with them. I'm that type of man or female, this one. I'm more extroverted by nature. With the World card, the Knight of Wands, and the Strength card in reverse. So with the World card on a physical level, it's more like I'm kind of seeing that you do know who you are. It's more like you have a certain confidence to you and you have an inner strength to you. And it's like you're the more passion-driven type of person. Okay, so I liked you overall. I liked you because I felt like you were sexy, this one. It's like words, you don't need words, you're a doer kind of thing. So it's more the vibe that they felt. I was trying to have small talk with you, but deep down I was very aware of your passionate nature. Okay, so it's like this vibe of passion-driven side of you is just exhilarating to me. This one is that way. This is like 100% an extroverted person. It could definitely be a I was gonna say an Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. or fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But it doesn't need to be, but I wanted to say fire signs overall, but there's Aquarius here, okay? So if I'm an Aquarius man or female, it's like I like this passionate side of yours, but I'm the type that likes socializing a lot. It's like I like to think out loud. I like to kind of like get people's attention on me. Strangers even. I don't care. I don't give a shit about it. I like people watching me. I like people talk with me. I like people to socialize. I like those kind of stuff. The more I know people, the more intelligent I feel. This type, okay? The more people know what's happening in my life, the more better it is for me. It's that vibe. I need that element. It's not an introspective type of person. It's more extroverted. It's like out there. Okay? So it's more like I know you're strong and I like this strength element of yours. It's that vibe. It's like you heat me up a bit, okay? It's like I kind of like tuning into something, but I'm acting a specific way. Okay, and then in the near future with the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles and the freaking... like I'm tuning in that you're not necessarily interested in me, okay? It's like you're not necessarily interested in me. I want you to be interested in me, but then again, you're very confident in yourself. So it's more like I'm not to your standards perhaps, this one, but I can't stop thinking about you. You were my type. My type. Even at the end, like in the new, at the end, I really thought that perhaps it's like, what would be the odds of you kind of giving me a chance? But then again, I'm like looking at it as if like you were more not interested in me. I was interested in you. I knew I was interested in you. This is what they were thinking. I know that I'm interested in you, but then again, you're not interested in me. Okay. But from start to ending, I still wanted to kind of give you a try. Okay. I was still passionate about you. I wanted you to hang there a bit longer, but then it's like if I'm a stranger, okay, and I like to talk, I'm the talkative type, okay, like I'm very action oriented, okay, I'm action oriented and it's out there, okay, like it's like you couldn't not see that I didn't like you this one. I gave you the wink from the start. I kind of like observed you. I checked you out. And I was holding on to any opportunity I had. But then again, you seem to be the type that's more like you don't need me. Okay? You don't want my attention on you. You don't give a shit about what's happening in my life. But then again, I want to say it to your face. Like, I want to tell you certain stuff. But then again... you were kind of making me aware that you don't want to listen to me. You don't want to talk with me. You don't want to socialize with me overall. It's that vibe I tuned into. Okay, so you will know. Okay, so I can't stop thinking about you though. I couldn't stop thinking about you. You had a certain impact on me, okay? I knew I liked you. And I wish I could share my good news with you. But then again, I walked away. Or you walked away because you were busy. Okay, so these were the energies I had in this video. Okay, so be it it's strangers definitely, and all the decks I use practically are definitely ones that don't. It's like I relate to them, but they're not. It's like they stay at a distance. The decks I use, they stay at a distance from me. It's either I haven't familiarized myself with those decks yet. Then again, I liked it. I used them for that reason. Because it's a stranger we're reading about. So I don't know what the stranger will think. So I don't know who this person is. So I'm just kind of like following my intuition and channeling it through that vibe, okay? So this was all that I had for you guys. So see you next time on my channel and have a good day. Bye, guys.